So today we're going to go over different types of anhydrous knives. We've got a few of them laid out here. We're going to go over the basic principles between each, tube configurations, those types of things. So what we've got over here first is a Weiss Super Sealer in my left hand and the Hypro Mole Knife in my right. Both do the same thing. They are both built to have this little foot on here to give you a lifting action to create a pocket underneath to where that anhydrous can flow underneath and kind of help with the sealing side of it. One of the first things you're going to see for a difference in the knife is the pitch. On the Mole knives, there's a little bit difference in degree versus the Weiss. The other thing that's the major difference is on the back side where the tube comes down to push out the anhydrous. Hypro actually pinches that a little bit and then they drill a hole through to help that anhydrous squirt out the sides, where the Weiss one is just open, basically an open tube to just let that anhydrous draw out right into the ground. So just going over those, these are just both had single 3/8 tubes on them. I got the next two here, just show you different tube configurations. So your first tube is always going to be your ammonia or your liquid, and then the second one's always usually a vapor. So depending on what system you're using for anhydrous, it could be a 1/2 inch or it could be 3/4, just like what I have here. This one here in my left hand has a 3/4 vapor tube on it. There are different tube configurations as you can add on. If you want to have 3 different tubes, you can do that. Maybe one's blowing dry fertilizer out. So just kind of give you a difference in those, in what you have for different tube configurations. Now, if you're getting into where you want to have real low soil disturbance, you're probably going to be looking at these next ones we've got. So again, we've got another of the Weiss knives, and then we've got Hypro's mini mole. So what you can see, the main difference between your mole knife and the mini moles, you can kind of see there's a different cleat there, a different source of lifting action in the soil. A lot more narrow, so it isn't going to pull that soil up as much, but it's still going to allow that anhydrous to seep into the ground and secure itself in. Just like what we talked about on the mole knives, the same thing on the mini moles. You can do different tube configurations. We can get that for you. Same thing here, it's got that lifting action, real small for real low soil disturbance. If you get into a side dress application and maybe in the late spring, early summer, you're looking for something that's going to still have that general lifting action, but also not have as much throw of the soil like you would with a mole. You could do their side dress mole as well. So you can kind of see just the difference in angle. There's not as much lift. It's more of a lower pitch, but it's still going to create that pocket to allow that anhydrous in. And just like any other mole knives that we stock, you can get these in a different tube configurations as well. So if you have any other questions on these products, you can give us a call at 800-934-9777 or check it out on sonyx.com.